Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I was watching the news today for cruising and I came across this article about a TikToker who's got like 15 million views on a TikTok with this shocking discovery, amazing shocking discovery on cruise ships. And when I watched the video, it's basically a woman with her mouth over like this, and then she pans out and it shows a camera on the side of a cruise ship facing the balconies. And I guess this is a shock to people that cruise ships have cameras? Now, this isn't to shade the lady who put the video up. It's obviously one of her first cruises, but I guess they were kind of surprised that, hey, not really a whole lot of privacy if the cameras are facing the balconies, people can see and possibly even see into the staterooms. And that sparked a debate online where a lot of people are saying they should not ever be facing the actual balconies. They should just be facing the side of a cruise. Well, you know, if you ever worked a camera before in your life, you know that the lens isn't a straight line like this. Once it leaves the viewing form of the lens, it starts panning out. So in order to see only down the length of a balcony, it would be almost impossible to set up your camera to do that unless you put blinders on it like you do on horses. And that's kind of the reason of not doing it at all. And when people are shocked saying, well, that doesn't give you much privacy, and what happens if you do something on the balcony that you don't want other people to see? What if you walk out in your underwear? What if you do this? And I'm going, don't walk out in your underwear. Don't walk out nude on your balcony. And don't, how do I word this that YouTube will politically correct like me? Don't spontaneously show your love for each other on the balcony, shall we say. There's going to be cameras there, and there's a really good reason why there should be cameras there. First of all, the cameras are also set up with night vision, night detection, and fall protection on most cruise ships. In other words, if somebody falls overboard, it sets off an alarm that happens. Now, during the day, when everything's going normally and people are going on and off the balcony and everything, it won't set off the alarm. What happens is it's only if there's a dramatic drop from somebody. That's when it would set off the alarm. And they're not focusing on your balcony. They're not focusing on my balcony. They're not focusing on anybody's balcony. And nobody's up there going, ooh, that person was really attractive. I'm going to focus the cameras only on them and spy on them in hopes of getting things. Now, I say that after we just had a report of a stateroom attendant hiding underneath people's beds and hiding cameras on board. That's what they do. The security cameras are video monitored and checked by other officers as well. So if somebody was doing that, they would be caught and immediately fired and be, kicked off and never work in the cruising industry or security ever again. So if you think that they're focusing only on your balcony, they're not. They're there for protection. They're there in case people start doing stupid things like climbing over balcony railings or overhanging things or fishing off the side of balconies or throwing things overboard. They want to catch people like do that. And the reason they have the cameras there is when anything happens on a cruise ship, they need to be able to give the full cooperation to the police when they show up, if anything happens. I mean, can you imagine somebody gets out on the balcony and takes their loved one and throws them overboard? And the police come and say, okay, can we see the camera's video footage of that, please? And they say, sorry, we wanted to respect everybody's privacy on their balcony, so we don't have any cameras facing the sides of the ship at all. Or, hey, how come you didn't notice that person fall off the cruise ship? Well, we thought it was important to have, somebody who might want to walk out in their underwear on the balcony is more important than possibly rescuing somebody who falls overboard or jumps overboard or is thrown overboard. It doesn't work. But I found it really interesting how Some people were really complaining, that's no privacy, and why are you doing that? But if you ever watched enough videos, you know that people often fall overboard, mostly on their own fruition, or sometimes they are encouraged to do so by some other people. And you want to be notified as soon as possible for any chance of rescue. And also, the police are want to go and notice anything happening, right? If two people are arguing back and forth on their balconies and it breaks out into a fist fight, they're going to want to know who started it. They want to know what the argument was about. They want to know all the footage possible. And that's why on some cruise ships, there are more cameras than you will find in some small towns and cities. They have hundreds of cameras placed all around cruise ships, from the entertainment venues to the crew quarters, as far as like their, not in their cabins. There's no cameras in our cabins. They're not filming us in our cabins, but they're filming us the minute I walk outdoors onto my balcony. They're filming me the minute I step out into the hallway. They're filming me there, because if I do anything to somebody else or myself or anything, they need that camera footage so they can explain what happened and maybe even notice that something happened to get somebody out there to rescue you and help you and fix the situation. Imagine somebody keeps doing something on your balcony, like looking over the balcony and taking their camera and filming you, like in the next balcony, not a crew member in it, like your person next door in the next balcony. They have the big camera and they keep doing this, hoping to catch glimpses of you coming out of the bathroom or the shower. Well, if those cameras aren't there, even though you saw the person, you would have no proof. But because the cameras are there, you would have proof. And it's not a shocking revelation. It's not, oh my God, this is unbelievable that this would possibly happen. Have you ever been to a theme park? There's hundreds of cameras all over the theme park. It's because they have to be able to protect each other. They have to know where there's problems. They have to know where there's trouble. And it's not because they want to take peekaboo pictures of you on your balcony. It's because they're looking after the safety of passengers on board and the security of everyone around the ship. And yeah, hey, if they were in my cabin, yes, I'd be upset. I'd be furious. But having a camera outside facing the balconies, or in the hallways, or in the theater, or in the dining hall, to me that just sounds like responsible behavior by management of cruise ships. It would be irresponsible for them to have none of that. That would be truly the more shocking thing, not the fact that there are cameras out there. Well, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that makes sense? Do you think, no, you're wrong, Don, privacy is everything? Or, hey, you should have the right to walk out in your balcony in your underwear if you want to. And I feel, yes, you can. Just don't be afraid